We have our second caller on the line. Hello. Here to share your name?
Yes, hi. I would like to use a pseudonym.
Sure. You may do so. What should I call you?
Ronald. Call me Ronald. I was a non-believer in the supernatural. I was young, maybe about 17 or 18. At that age, you can care less about the rules. I was hell-bent on breaking them. That included my curfew. Of course, now, as an adult, I thought I was foolish and arrogant. But then, even worrying for what I've seen, I would have denied the existence of whatever it was I experienced that night. I'm gonna get going. Relax, Rennie. The night's still young. What are you in a rush for?
Brendan's right. Still hang out some more. You're missing all the fun.
I wanted to stay then, to spend as much time with her. But at the same time, I knew by doing so would also mean my feelings for her would grow. That wouldn't sit well with the neighborhood girl, who was also my friend, Brendan. Nah, I'll leave for the evening. The old lady will call the cops on me if I were late again. She pulled that trick before. She probably will again. Alright, mama's boy. Do what you gotta. How about we have some fun of our own, eh, Amber?
You know I'd like that.
Get a room, you guys. Yup, that's my cue to leave. If there's one thing you should know about me, is that I'm not a coward. Then, I was not a coward then. I can't say the same now. Not after what I've been through. Going back to the story. I wouldn't quite say our house was built right in the middle of the city, but it was close. We lived in the old side of town, as I called it, only because the place was no longer the attraction point of the city. Almost forgotten. The bright side of living so close to the city was we had various cultures intermingling with one another. Our house was not too far off, probably a couple blocks away from the Asian market. The area was also Pan-Asian business district and a residential area, which meant that it was almost constantly busy, bustling with people. But something didn't quite hit right that night. It was quiet, unusually so. I brushed it off, thinking it was late and everyone must have been asleep. I was riding around the area, appreciating the quietness, the sound of urgent sweet purr, when I saw her. She was standing at the corner, motionless, staring at the wall. What I found odd was not her stance, but the object she was holding. Why is she using an umbrella when it isn't raining? By then, I had stopped the bike to check out if there were any filming crews around. The place was often used as a filming location. I suppose back then, I thought I might be lucky enough to see them in action. But there was no one in sight. That's weird. Let's just get a move on. When did she get here? Her skin was like porcelain, with her red lips and black hair. It differs strikingly from her complexion.
Young man, do you mind helping me?
Sorry, but I'm in a rush. Ah, what a creep. Glad I managed to escape her. I'm going to take a long, hot bath to shake off the nerves. I should have looked back. If I did, I might have gone in another direction instead. Maybe a church, a synagogue, a temple, anywhere that could have saved me. But then, could I predict what eventually did happen? Home sweet home. I was about to walk back to my house, but there she was, only a few steps away.
You ran away from me. Why didn't you help me? You are a selfish boy.
Lady, if you have time to follow me around, you have time to help yourself. You better leave before I call the cops on you. What a psycho. I'm warning you. It then almost appeared like she changed her skin color. No, I'm not talking about her clothes, but her skin. It appeared grayer, paler, if that's possible.
You really are a selfish boy. People like you must be taught a lesson.
She placed her hand on my neck and strangled it. I was choking, out of breath and in desperate need of air. I froze. She was surprisingly strong for someone so small. Her hands were icy cold. Her nails dug themselves into my flesh, leaving marks on them. I honestly did not know when my mother came out of the house, but she did.
Stop! Please, stop!
Her voice was the last thing I remembered before I passed out. I woke up hours later to see my mom sitting on my bed.
Ronald?
Mom, what's going on? Why does my body hurt?
Wait, hold up. Did you forget?
For a split second, I had forgotten about what happened. All I could think about was how much my neck hurt. But then my mother mentioned the woman in the red dress. It might be linked to the upcoming Hungry Ghost Festival. That was why my mother was always nagging me not to stay out late. The community in the area was preparing for a festival called Hungry Ghost Festival. The festival was a commemoration of memories of those who were deceased. There are, of course, rules, which they strictly abide by. One of them is to avoid staying out late in fear of spirits that roam during the Hungry Ghost month. I knew about this, but always thought it was simply a superstition. Now, I know better not to disrespect cultures and beliefs.
What happened after that? Did the woman ever haunt you again?
No, but I do get occasional dreams about her. How she sometimes stares at me from outside my window. I'll get the chills whenever I recall her hands on my neck. But I was lucky that my mom was there. Who knew what could have happened to me if it weren't for my mom?
Thank you for the story, Ronald. Another freaky story from our caller. Now,
Is that who I think it is? Sylvia! What are you doing out here, all alone? Oh, my car broke down on the way to the scene. Did you work all the way here? Where is your car? It's down at M54. You walked for 2 miles? At this hour? In your condition? Why didn't you call for help? My battery died out. I didn't get a chance to charge them before I left. Oh, Sylvia, you must be freezing. Let's get you in. We don't want you to catch a cold. Thanks for helping me out, Bella. I'm exhausted. Do you mind if I take a nap?
be my guest.
Wake me up once we've arrived.
Sure. I'll turn off the radio for you.
Oh, no. It's okay to leave it on. The sound might lure me to sleep.
Alright.
You go and have your rest.
Now that we've learned a thing or two about the Hungry Ghost Month, we'll get on to the final story of the day.
Well, thank goodness our show is almost done.
As much as I love my sister, I really can't stand ghost stories. But I made a promise, sort of, and I stick to my promises.